right, thank you guys. The LG Twins take on the Doosan Bears, and that's going to be a 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Bears are minus 155, totals 9.5, juice to the under. The Twins are plus $1.20, and if you like LG to keep it close, they're minus 165, catching the 1.5. I'm currently 7-4. My last 11 daily best play tier membership picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages on that site as well. And once again, one of those packages is called the Daily Best Play Tier Membership. It's only $1.99, as I'm once again 7-4, my last 11 picks in that category as well, after Wednesday morning's wagering. And of course, that's good for 64% during that short span. If you want to check out the website, maybe browse a little bit, check out my current record. The link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Twins lost 5 out of their last 7, giving up 6.9 runs per contest on average during that stretch. They also lost 4 out of their last 5 series. The Twins are just 3 games ahead of the 7th place KT Wiz. LG's taking on a Doosan team who's currently 9 games over 500 in 3rd place in the league. They won 2 out of their last 3, including a 7-4 victory over the Hanwha Eagles. They also won 4 out of their last 7, including an impressive 14-5 victory over the 2nd place Kiwoom Heroes. Now, the Bears scored 32 total runs in their last 4 victories. They're just 1.5 games behind the Kiwoom Heroes for 2nd place in the standings. When it comes to the total in this one, the Bears' last 3 straight got over the total of 9.5 runs. 8 out of their last 11 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Twins side, the Twins' last 5 straight got over that number themselves. Give me the Doosan Bears winning this one outright and the over 9.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick time out and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's KBO baseball action, the Korea Baseball Organization. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you that after Wednesday morning's sports wagering action, we're 7-4 in our last 11 daily best play premium selections on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where once again I sell sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And once again, one of those packages is called the Daily Best Play Tier Membership. It's only $1.99, and we are 7-4 in our last 11 picks in that category. And once we start really heating up on that site, I'll give you a heads up, and I'll strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And let's go ahead and move on. Let's dive back into some more free content here. And on deck, we're going to take a look at the Lotte Giants taking on the Hanwha Eagles. 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. Now, the Giants are the $2 favorite. Totals 9.5, juice to the under. The Eagles are plus 150 to win it. And if you like Hanwha to keep this one close, they're minus $1.10, catching the 1.5. Hanwha's officially 27 games under 500. They currently have a win percentage of just .255. They've dropped 7 out of their last 9 games and averaged just 3.3 runs per contest during that stretch. Hanwha lost their last 6 straight series, and they've been victorious in only 14 out of 55 total contests on the season. Needless to say, this Eagles team is currently in last place out of 10 teams in the KBO. Meanwhile, on the Lotte side, they're coming fresh off a 6-2 victory over Hanwha earlier this morning. They also won 2 out of their last 4, including a 10-4 victory over the SK Wyverns. When it comes to the scoring in this one, 4 out of the Giants' last 6 got over the total of 9.5 runs. 6 out of their last 9 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Eagles side, 2 out of their last 3 got over the 9.5 themselves. Give me the Lotte Giants minus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that game. Next contest, KT Wiz versus the Kia Tigers, 5:30 a.m. East. The Tigers are minus 160, totals 9.5, juice to the under. The Wiz are plus $1.25. And if you like KT to cover, they're minus 165 for some money line cash. Now the Wiz beat the Tigers this morning by the final of 7-4. They're also currently on a 3-game winning streak, including a 10-5 effort over the second-place Kiwoom Heroes. Their 6-1 record in their last 7 is good for 86% during that very short stretch. They gave up only 3.5 runs per contest in those victories. The Wiz, they are just 3 games behind the LG Twins for 4th place in the standings. And with this morning's victory, the Wiz have won their last 4 straight series. Now KT's taking on a Kia squad who's on a 4-game losing streak themselves, giving up 31 total runs during that stretch. They won only 4 out of their last 12 and dropped 4 out of their last 5 series. The Tigers currently find themselves only 2.5 games ahead of the 8th place Lotte Giants. And total-wise, the Tigers' last 5 straight all got over the total of 9.5 runs. 5 out of the Wiz last 7 got over that number themselves. Give me the KT Wiz plus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that contest. Next game, Samsung Lions versus the Kiwoom Heroes. 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Heroes are minus 275, totals 8.5, juice to the over. The Lions are plus 205 on the money line and plus $1 on the run line. The Lions are 6-2 straight up in their last 8, and they've already put up 19 total runs in their current series with the Heroes right now. Samsung, they allowed just 3.1 runs per contest in their last 6 wins. Samsung's currently 4 games over 500 and just 2.5 games behind the Doosan Bears for 3rd place in the standings. The Lions also won their last 4 straight series. They are taking on a Kiwoom squad who lost 2 out of their last 3, giving up double-digit run totals in both of those losses. 23 total runs they gave up in those 2 losses, to be exact. And speaking of giving up runs, the Heroes gave up 8.4 runs per contest on average in their last 7. And when it comes to the total in this one, Kiwoom's last 4 straight got over the total of 8.5 runs. 7 out of their last 8 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Lions side, their last 5 straight got over the 8.5 themselves. 14 out of their last 19 also got over that number. Give me the Samsung Lions plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be the NC Dinos versus the SK Wyverns, 5:30 a.m. East. The Dinos are minus 160, totals 10.5, juice to the under. The Wyverns are plus $1.25. And if you like the Wyverns on the run line, they are minus 133 to cover. And speaking of the Wyverns, they are 21 games under 500 on the season, winners of just 17 out of 55 games. They're currently in 9th place, and they are just 3 games ahead of the last place Hanwha Eagles. The Wyverns are just 3-7 in their last 10, and they averaged only 1.7 runs per contest in those losses. They also have been victorious in only 6 out of their last 25, and that's good for a win percentage. It's good for a win percentage of only .240 during that stretch. SK lost 8 out of their last 9 series. They are taking on a first-place Dinos team who's currently 20 games over 500. They're 37-17 after 54 games, and they have a win percentage of .685. The Dinos won 5 out of their last 7, beating up on the likes of the Wyverns and the Giants during that stretch. They also won their last 5 straight series. Now, total-wise, the Dinos saw their last 2 stay under the total of 10.5 runs. 4 out of their last 7 also stayed under the 10.5 as well. 10 out of the Wyverns' last dozen stayed under that number themselves. So give me the NC Dinos winning this one outright and the under 10.5 in that game. And let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs from our Patreon platform. Shout out to Chemo136, Brad Zableski, Eric Rodriguez, Tony Isagari, Wesley Upshaw, Darian Kane, August Weens, Charlie Haight, Robert Cook, and Gabe Manizak. Next from Instagram, shout out to Jay Marsh, Tom Kaselica, Bernardo Espinosa Garcia, J Mobile Kusari, Proline Master, Spooky Pants 1, Ebony Vasquez, Will Slade, Keaton Johnston, and Bubba Jonesy. And finally from our YouTube platform, shout out to Bo Dunn, Brian Schatz, V Berry 1923, Stephen Lewis, SOP Striker, Matt Mayer, Charles Baker, Domingo Alvis, Ralph Portuando, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to my man, Oceanic Salamanca. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Wednesday or Thursday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.